Right now, we will broadcast for you the news in English on Radio Free Syria.
Welcome to our news hour in English. I am MarwanKADRO and I will be with you during this news hour from Radio Free Syria. We will start with Aleppo. Activists said that 58 soldiers have defected in Aleppo, 15 of them from Al-Kandi hospital as they have joined the Free Syrian Army. Meanwhile, heavy battles between the Free Syrian Army and the Assad forces continues near Al-Nayrab military airport. After the liberation of Taftanaz military airport, which is the biggest airport in northern Syria, the Free Syrian Army intensified his shelling on Al-Nayrab and Minr military airport in Aleppo, using heavy artillery and mortars and tanks. The Free Syrian Army is surrounding these two airports since weeks, as they have also surrounded the Force Academy for a third day in Khan Toman in Aleppo's countryside. Heavy battles between the Free Syrian Army and the Assad forces continued near Al-Aqlamiyya base, which is near to the airport of Aleppo. The Assad forces have shelled the cities of Al-Sufayra and Anadan using tanks and rocket launchers as the MiG airstrike forces have flown above the northern area of Aleppo's countryside. Activists added that heavy battles continues between the Free Syrian Army and the Assad forces at the square of Sabah Bahrat. We will move now to the capital, Damascus. Heavy shelling from the Assad forces on the village of Al-Zubaybiyah in Damascus countryside, as there is no electricity nor water in that area since weeks. Meanwhile, heavy bombardments on the western area of Damascus countryside and particularly in Daraya from Mazza military airport. Heavy shelling also from the 100th and the 153rd Brigade in Jdeida Tartus. Heavy bombardments using rocket launchers on the southern area of Damascus. Moreover, heavy battles this morning between the Free Syrian Army and the Assad forces at the 30th Street in Yarmouk refugee camp. Heavy bombardments using mortars on Al-Asali neighborhood in Damascus and also on Al-Qaboon and Hajar al-Aswad. They are using heavy artillery and mortars to bombard these neighborhoods. Activists made a list of military bases that are shelling the eastern area of Al-Ghouta. These bases are Panorama Harb Tishrin, Sirungs, Al-Abbasiyin Stadium, Palestine Branch, the Citadel of Damascus, the Special 41 Brigade in Harasta, Force Council in Al-Qaboon, military bases in Al-Zablatani, Tank Brigade in Al-Hufair, the Special 47th Brigade in Al-Durayj, Tank Brigade in Sayyid Maya, the 206th Brigade in Al-Tal, and finally the intelligence services in Harasta. Moreover, the Assad forces committed arrestments in the neighborhood of Ash-Shaghur and Kafr Sousa as they entered the house of the martyr Muhammad Noor Zahra. They have arrested Hatem Zahra and his uncles Majid and Imad Zahra, as also his nephews Muhammad and Omar Zahra. We will move now to the eastern area of Syria and particularly to the province of Deir ez-Zor. The Free Syrian Army was able to take control of the brigade in Al-Huwayqiyya neighborhood after heavy battles between him and the Assad forces. Meanwhile, heavy bombardments on Al-Huwayqiyya, Al-Jubayliyya, Al-Rajdiyya, Al-Hamdaniyya, and Al-Husayniyya neighborhoods in Deir ez-Zor. Several soldiers have established a new brigade under the FSA named Bilal ibn Ribah Brigade. Moving to Al-Suwaira, the Free Syrian Army has attacked the Assad forces in the mountain of Al-Dahr area, which resulted in killing many soldiers. Meanwhile, several soldiers have defected from the 5th Brigade that is located in Al-Suwaida. Moreover, The Assad gang members are saying that the battles at the mountain are between them and some Bedouin to make sure they don't enter Suwaida city. However, the Suwaida Revolutionary Council said that these battles are between the Free Syrian Army and the Assad forces at that particular mountain. Moving to Idlib, the Free Syrian Army have taken control of Taftanas military airport in Idlib countryside after heavy battles that continue for more than a week. Taftanas military airport is the biggest military airport for helicopters and the second biggest military airport in Syria. After the liberation of Taftanas military airbase, the Assad forces have shelled the villages of Jabal al-Zawiya using TNT barrels and rocket launchers. Heavy shelling from the Assad forces on Taftanas military airbase as they have launched a Scud missile on the villages of Idlib. Moving to Homs, heavy shelling on Al-Ghamto and Al-Halmoz and Al-Mashru' villages in Homs countryside. Heavy bombardments using rocket launchers and heavy artillery on the city of Reston, as heavy bombardments also with warplanes on that particular city. Heavy shelling on Talbisa and the villages of Akrad and Dansiya and Al-Dair al-Kabir, as activists added that heavy gunfire was heard from the surrounded areas of the neighborhood of Al-Wa'f. In Palmyra, an old man was arrested at the Citadel checkpoint, as several teenagers of the city have been arrested also. At the local prison in Homs, activists said that the new police committee has put strict rules on the prisoners. Activists are talking about torturing the prisoners and letting them without food for several days. Last but not least, in Dar'a, heavy bombardments on the village of Al-Taiba using tanks. Also, Al-Ghariya have been under heavy shelling from the 38th Brigade. Meanwhile, several people have been killed in the village of Nahda due to the heavy shelling on the area. Most of them were women and children. Heavy shelling on Al-Hara and Da'al with bombs that explode seconds after they hit the ground. This was it for today. Thank you very much for listening. I am MarwanKADRO from Radio Free Syria. Along with me, Executive Manager Islam Al-Idilbi. Please follow us on freesyriaradio.webs.com. You can also reach us through Skype on Syrian342. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Right now, we will broadcast for you the news in English on Radio Free Syria.